Did you know that one of the biggest killers after 60 doesn't always show symptoms? It's silent until it's too late. It doesn't scream for help. It doesn't cause visible pain. But quietly, day by day, it strains your heart, tightens your vessels, and pushes your body closer to a breaking point. That silent force is unstable blood pressure. You might feel fine right now. No headaches, no chest pain, no big warning signs. And yet, your body could already be sending quiet signals that something's wrong. Dizziness when standing, fatigue in the morning, or shortness of breath at night are not just signs of aging. They are your body's quiet cries for help. The truth is, you are not powerless. Most of the pressure you carry inside does not come from age. It comes from small, daily mistakes that can be changed. The kind of changes that take 5 minutes but could add 5 years to your life. In today's video, we'll uncover 7 critical mistakes that raise your blood pressure without you knowing. These are habits millions of seniors do every single day, especially in the morning, without realizing how harmful they are. Because when you fix these silent mistakes, you don't just protect your heart, you protect your independence, your clarity, your ability to live fully. And the final mistake we reveal is something almost every senior does before breakfast, believing it helps. But in reality, Basham, it may be the most dangerous one of all. So take a breath, settle in, and let's begin with the first quiet mistake that could be affecting your blood pressure more than you think. 1. Getting up too quickly. It might seem harmless. You wake up, throw off the covers, and stand up to start your day. But for seniors, that one quick motion can send your blood pressure crashing and your body tumbling. After hours of lying down, your circulatory system is in a resting state. Blood settles, muscles relax, the heart slows. When you suddenly go vertical, gravity pulls blood downward faster than your vessels can compensate. The brain is left waiting just for a few seconds, but that's all it takes to make you dizzy, disoriented, or even unconscious. Imagine a 2-story house with old pipes. If the water's been still all night and you suddenly turn on the shower upstairs at full blast, pressure drops, pipes creak, and water might sputter or even stop. Your body works the same way. It needs a moment to stabilize internal pressure when changing position. Without that pause, the blood rushes to your legs, and your brain is briefly starved of oxygen. This condition is called orthostatic hypotension, and it's extremely common in older adults. According to a study published in the Journals of Gerontology, nearly 20% of adults over 65 experience a significant drop in blood pressure within 3 minutes of standing up. That drop isn't just uncomfortable, it's dangerous. The CDC notes that falls are the leading cause of injury-related death in adults over 65, and many of those falls begin with a moment of dizziness that could have been prevented. So what can you do? Start each morning by taking 3 slow, deep breaths while still lying down. Let your lungs expand fully, allowing oxygen to gently nudge your system awake. Then roll to one side and sit up slowly. Let your legs dangle off the bed. Take a few more breaths. If your room is dim, wait until your vision is clear and steady. When you're ready, stand up carefully, using a nearby surface or cane if needed. Some seniors even benefit from keeping a bottle of water at the bedside. Taking a few sips helps activate the circulatory system and increases blood volume, reducing the severity of that pressure drop. And if nighttime bathroom trips are common, apply the same steps each time, no matter how sleepy you are. Remember, safety doesn't take a break just because it's 3 a.m. Now that your mornings start on steadier ground, let's move to another silent habit, something that seems healthy, but may be straining your heart before you even finish your first cup of tea. 2. Skipping water, first thing in the morning. You wake up, stretch, maybe go straight to the kitchen for your morning coffee or head to the bathroom, but there's something missing, something your body has been waiting for all night. Water after 6, 7, even 8 hours without a sip. Your body wakes up in a mild state of dehydration. And for seniors, That's not just about feeling thirsty, it's a hidden stress on your heart. Think of your blood like the oil in a car engine. When it's thin and flowing well, the engine runs smoothly. But when the oil thickens, the engine has to work harder to circulate it. Overnight, without fluids, your blood becomes slightly more concentrated. This thicker blood requires your heart to pump harder just to maintain the same circulation. And if you're already dealing with high blood pressure, this small change can push your numbers even higher, especially in the early morning hours, when blood pressure naturally spikes. This isn't just theory. A 2020 study from the European Journal of Nutrition found that even mild dehydration can significantly raise both systolic and diastolic blood pressure in older adults. Another paper published in Hypertension Research observed that dehydration activates the sympathetic nervous system, the same system that responds to stress and danger, causing vessels to constrict and pressure to rise. That means starting your day without water can trick your body into acting like it's under threat before you've even left the bedroom. So what should you do? Make hydration the very first thing you give your body each morning. Keep a glass or bottle of room temperature water by your bed and drink it before doing anything else, even before standing up. If you don't like plain water, add a slice of cucumber or a bit of lemon for taste, but avoid sugary mixes. Aim for 300 to 500 milliliters within the first 15 minutes of waking. This jumpstarts circulation, helps flush out toxins, your kidneys filter it overnight, and gently lowers morning pressure. If your mornings are rushed, build the habit gradually. Set a small goal, just 5 sips at first. Over time, your body will start to crave it, and you'll find yourself reaching for water instinctively. And yes, you can still enjoy your coffee, but let water come first. Now that your heart has the fluid it needs to flow more freely, let's look at another silent danger that often follows close behind. It's a habit many seniors do out of routine, without realizing the risk it brings when your stomach is still empty. Taking medication on an empty stomach. It's early morning. The sun is barely up. You reach for your daily pills, blood pressure, maybe cholesterol, or something for the joints. You take them with a quick sip of water, thinking, let's get this over with. But your stomach is still empty, and that one small habit might be the reason you feel dizzy, weak, or even faint a few hours later. Your stomach isn't just a holding place. It acts like a gatekeeper, helping control how quickly medication enters your bloodstream. When it's empty, there's no food to slow absorption. Some pills rush in faster than your body's ready for. Others irritate the lining of your stomach, or worse, cause a sudden drop in blood pressure. It's like pouring fuel straight into a fire that hasn't been started properly. Everything flares up too fast, too hot, and burns out of control. For seniors, the effects can be serious. Many common medications, especially ACE inhibitors, beta blockers, and certain pain relievers like ibuprofen, can cause sudden drops in blood pressure if taken without food. According to the Mayo Clinic, postural hypotension, a sharp blood pressure drop after taking meds and standing up, is a major cause of falls among older adults. In one hospital study, nearly 30% of fall-related injuries in seniors were linked to medication timing and food intake. What can you do instead? Build a small morning ritual around your medication. Before you take anything, eat a light snack, half a banana, a small piece of toast, or a handful of crackers. It doesn't need to be a full meal, just enough to coat the stomach and slow absorption. Then, sit down and take your pills with a full glass of water, not just a sip. If mornings are rushed, keep simple snacks next to your medications so they're easy to grab. For complex routines with multiple pills, talk to your doctor or pharmacist about which ones truly need an empty stomach and which can or should be paired with food. Most importantly, don't treat medication like a task to get over with. Treat it like fuel your body needs with the right timing and the right care. And now that your body's been nourished and protected, let's move on to another hidden mistake, one that happens because you feel fine. It's a habit of skipping something simply because you don't feel sick. 4. Ignoring regular blood pressure checkups. You feel fine, no pounding headaches, no chest pain, no blurred vision, so you skip the doctor's visit. You tell yourself, if something was wrong, I'd feel it. But blood pressure doesn't always speak up. In fact, its silence is what makes it so dangerous. Think of it like a leak inside the walls of your home. You don't see it, you don't hear it. Everything looks dry on the outside, but slowly, behind the paint, damage is spreading, cracks forming, mold creeping, structure weakening. That's what high blood pressure does. It eats away at your arteries, damages your heart muscle, and strains your kidneys, all while you're going about your day unaware. They call it the silent killer for a reason. According to the American Heart Association, nearly half of adults over 60 have high blood pressure, and many don't even know it. In a large-scale study from The Lancet, researchers found that nearly 1 in 3 seniors with dangerously high readings had no noticeable symptoms at all. Worse yet, untreated high blood pressure increases the risk of heart attacks, strokes, and even cognitive decline, leading to memory loss or early dementia. So how do you protect yourself from something that hides so well? The answer is simple, but powerful. Check-in before the crisis. Make it a weekly habit to measure your blood pressure at home. Choose a quiet time of day mid-morning, after you've eaten, and rested for 5 minutes. Sit with both feet on the ground, arms supported, and breathe slowly as the monitor does its job. Record your numbers in a small notebook or on your phone. Over time, you'll see patterns. You'll notice if something's trending upward, even if you feel fine. And don't stop at home. Schedule a full checkup with your doctor at least once a year, even if you're feeling great. Ask them to review your readings, your medications, and any small symptoms you might have overlooked, like mild fatigue, shortness of breath, or waking up with headaches. Those clues matter. And if you wear a smartwatch or fitness tracker, many now have built-in blood pressure alerts or reminders to check manually. Now that you've learned how silence can be deadly, let's turn to something that isn't quiet at all. A mistake that happens when medications and supplements clash, turning your treatment into a ticking time bomb. 5. Combining the wrong medications. Every morning, you open your pill organizer, a little white one for blood pressure, a red capsule for joint pain, maybe a multivitamin, something for sleep, and a herbal supplement your friend swore by. It all feels like routine harmless. But what happens inside your body when these pills mix together is often far from harmless. Think of your bloodstream like a kitchen sink. Each medication you take is like a different type of soap, bleach, or chemical cleaner. Used the right way, they each serve a purpose. But mix too many together or mix the wrong ones and you get a reaction. Something foams too fast, something corrodes the pipes, or worse, toxic fumes rise without warning. That's what drug interactions do inside your body. They change how your liver processes substances, how quickly your kidneys can flush them, and how powerfully they affect your heart. In seniors, the danger is even greater. As we age, our bodies metabolize drugs more slowly. A dose that was safe 5 years ago can become risky today. According to a review in JAMA Internal Medicine, over 35% of adults over 65 take 5 or more medications daily, and among them, nearly 1 in 4 experience adverse drug interactions, some severe enough to cause hospitalization. Blood pressure medications, when combined with certain painkillers, antidepressants, or even natural supplements like ginseng or St. John's wort, can cause blood pressure to swing wildly, drop too low, or rise dangerously high. In extreme cases, these combinations trigger internal bleeding or sudden heart rhythm disturbances. So what can you do first? Write down every pill you take, prescription, over-the-counter, and herbal. Bring that list to your doctor or pharmacist and ask them to review it for conflicts. Don't assume supplements are safe just because they're natural. If you use different pharmacies, try to consolidate to one location so the system can flag dangerous combinations. if that's not possible. Carry your list every time you pick up a new medication. Also, avoid taking multiple new pills at once. Add only one change at a time and monitor how your body reacts over a few days. Some seniors also benefit from medication review sessions every 6 months, especially if new prescriptions have been added. Now that you've cleared the clutter from your pill routine, let's take a closer look at something else that sneaks in quietly, something as simple as the air in your bedroom, but cold enough to constrict your heart. 6. Sleeping in a cold room. There's something comforting about a chilly bedroom. You wrap yourself in a thick blanket, maybe leave the air conditioner running low through the night. It feels peaceful, but for your heart, cold air is anything but relaxing. When your body senses a drop in temperature, it doesn't just shiver, it activates a full-body defense system. Blood vessels tighten to preserve heat, your heart rate rises, and your blood pressure goes up, sometimes dramatically. It's like trying to force water through a hose that's shrinking from the cold. The pressure builds, and for seniors, that pressure doesn't always come back down easily. At night, your body is supposed to rest. It uses those hours to repair the heart, stabilize your rhythm, and lower blood pressure naturally. But when the room is too cold, your nervous system stays on alert. A 2019 study in the Journal of Hypertension found that exposure to cold temperatures during sleep can raise nighttime systolic blood pressure by up to 20 mmHg in older adults. That's enough to undo the benefits of your medication. Worse, cold-induced spikes often go unnoticed because they happen while you're asleep until one night. Your heart can't keep up. So what's the solution? Aim for a room temperature between 20 and 22 degrees Celsius. Avoid letting the AC blow directly on your bed. If the air still feels dry or harsh, use a humidifier to ease breathing and circulation. Instead of cooling the whole room, focus on comfort, a light, breathable blanket in warm seasons, thicker layered bedding in winter, and most importantly, warm feet. Cold feet constrict blood flow, so wearing soft socks to bed can help regulate your whole body. If your hands and feet are always cold at night, a warm foot soak before bed can also calm your system and reduce pressure. Now that your nights are warmer and your heart gets the rest it deserves, let's move on to the final mistake, one that happens quietly in the dark, when discomfort in your chest or breath is dismissed as something minor, even though it's a warning that must not be ignored. 7. Ignoring chest discomfort or breathlessness at night. It starts as something small, a little pressure in your chest, a deep sigh that doesn't feel satisfying, maybe a need to prop yourself up with an extra pillow just to breathe easier. It's late, you're tired, and you tell yourself it's nothing. Probably just indigestion, but sometimes it's not. Your heart, like every part of your body, follows a rhythm, and nighttime is when that rhythm becomes vulnerable. Hormonal shifts, slower breathing, changes in blood flow all come together while you sleep. If your blood pressure is unstable, if your heart is struggling even a little, these changes can trigger serious events when you're least able to react. Imagine a small crack in a dam. During the day, the pressure behind it is managed, but at night, when everything slows and the pressure builds in different ways, that crack can give way. That's what happens when nighttime chest discomfort is ignored. What feels like mild heartburn could be the early signs of a heart attack, especially in seniors. And by the time morning comes, it might be too late. Research from the American Journal of Cardiology shows that a significant number of fatal heart attacks in people over 60 occur between 2 a.m. and 6 a.m. when the body is in its most relaxed state and least equipped to respond. The problem, many of these people reported minor chest tightness or breathlessness in the days leading up, but brushed it off as just aging or gas. So what can you do to stay safe? First, listen to your body. If you ever feel a tightness in your chest at night, especially if it spreads to your jaw, arm, or back, don't wait it out. If it's paired with nausea, lightheadedness, sweating, or difficulty breathing, treat it seriously. Call for help. It's better to be cautious than silent. Second, If you often feel short of breath when lying flat, speak to your doctor about heart failure screening. Many seniors don't realize that needing extra pillows to sleep can be a sign of fluid buildup in the lungs. Finally, track your nighttime symptoms. Keep a small journal or voice notes of anything unusual. Patterns matter. Even vague discomfort can point to something your body is trying to say, something only you can hear. Now that you've uncovered the last and most urgent mistake, let's wrap up everything we've learned today with a simple truth: your heart doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs you to listen. You've just uncovered 7 quiet mistakes that millions of seniors make every day, often without knowing. They seem small: getting up too fast, skipping a glass of water, taking pills before breakfast. But over time, these tiny habits shape the pressure that flows through your body. And for your heart, that pressure means everything. The truth is, your body speaks. It whispers through your breath, your balance, your sleep. And now you know how to listen. By making small changes each morning, by staying hydrated, checking your numbers, and paying attention to your own quiet signals, you give your heart the space to breathe and the strength to carry you into the years ahead. If even one of these habits felt familiar to you, let that be your turning point. Start with the one that's easiest, then another, and another. These steps don't require strength. They require awareness, and that's a power you already have. If this video gave you something to think about, something to change, share it with someone you love. Help them protect their heart too. Leave a comment below and let us know. Which habit are you changing starting tomorrow? And if you haven't yet, subscribe. We've got more life-saving wisdom coming, made just for you. Your health is not just your past. It's your choice, your story, and it's still being written. So write it with strength, one heartbeat at a time.